We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. All right, here we go. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. I am Van. I'm here with a couple of friends, dope people in the place to be. We got Anna P and we got C1 up in here. Much love to you all. Do me a favor, hit the like button so we can do something with this video. But the reason why we're going live right now is because I got some good people on the stream with us tonight. That's why we're going live tonight. Also, Candace has she told the entire story about when Trump gave her a phone call today for the French president, and she gave like the most hilarious impersonation. Like she surprised me. She surprised me. She wasn't even trying to be funny, for real. She was just saying exactly how the conversation went. Y'all let me know how this go, because earlier today we was discussing this. Y'all was saying that y'all think she's a liar, that she's a grifter, that she's lost her mind, that she's losing it, she's off a rocker. A lot of y'all said a lot of things about her. And me, I was pretty much in Switzerland where I was saying, y'all, I mean, she introduced me to this side of politics that I'm currently on. I have a great deal of respect for her. I love the fact that she's a free thinker. But I understand how y'all believe that she is, you know, going left field pretty quickly with the things that she's been saying. What's up, WTF for real? WTF, what's going on, brother? So yeah, let's check this out. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. And thanks again for pulling up, guys. All my blues, I see y'all out there. Y'all are so amazing. Always showing up whenever your boy's out here. All right, let's go.
Anyways, I sleep on that. Anger is subsiding. Wake up the next morning. It's February 26th, and I am sitting in the makeup chair, and I get another message that's like, hey, keep your phone on. And I'm going, I really don't want to speak to this advisor anymore. I really don't. Where our personalities are not meshing. And anyways, this phone call is coming from Florida. Pick up the phone, and lo and behold, you know, so here's what happened. I'm negotiating this thing. I'm negotiating Ukraine and Russia, and you wouldn't believe how many parts are part. It is President Donald J. Trump. He is calling me, and in true President Trump fashion, he jumps right into the narrative. We're not, hey, how you doing? He just like jumps right into the narrative of exactly how this went down. I am literally, it is hard to catch my breath to comprehend that 4 days ago, I'm ending a series about Brigitte Macron, and now I'm speaking to the President of the United States, and the topic of conversation, no matter which way you want to slice it, it's about Macron's wife's penis. I mean,
now, hold on. Now, we're going to get back into this. But the reason why this is important, huh?
I've seen this entire clip.
All right. So me, I only saw probably like half of this right here. But the reason why I'm putting it on is because earlier the video we were talking about, Candace Owens was telling us a story about a conference call that she was on with the lawyers of the Macrons. And they said that Trump was on the call too. She didn't tell the story yet. Well, I didn't see her tell the story yet of Trump calling her up and saying what's going on, what he needed to do. So the fact that she just now said we are talking about someone's penis, I think that's absolutely hilarious. Let's continue.
there's no other way to say it, right? And so he just jumps right into the narrative. He's like, you know, I'm negotiating. You wouldn't believe how many pieces this person wants this person. If this person wants this, and you have no idea how much. is involved when you're trying to get one of these deals done, you know? Anyways, I have Macron. I like Macron. We're speaking at the White House, and I'm walking him to his car. And, you know, he says to me, Mr. President, can I speak to you for a second? I say, of course you can speak to me about anything. What's going on? And he tells me that there's Secret Service all around them. There's SUVs. They're encircled. And Macron wants to have a little sidebar. And then Macron says to him, Mr. President, do you know Candace Owens? And I say, yes, of course I know Candace Owens. What's going on? And then the president says to me, you must be a very powerful person, Candace. You're talking about the president of France taking me aside to talk about your podcast. Right. And then continues his narrative and he tells me that Emmanuel Macron is requesting to his face that
Now, he's trying to butter her up. He's trying to butter her up now. I think that part's hilarious.
It's the art of the deal.
Would you say that's the art of the deal?
I mean, Candace acknowledged it. I don't know if it was before this portion that she went into, but she acknowledged that he literally implemented the kissing ass portion of the art of the deal.
The kissing ass portion. So you think that he was kissing her ass at that point? Or she thinks that.
She didn't word it like that, but basically that is what she meant.
Wow. Okay.
I stop speaking about his wife. And one of the things Trump said is like, he tells me, she's old and this is really, really impacting her. And I'm listening. And he's, in one of Trump monologues. He's very funny. And then he said, I saw her, I saw her up close and she looks like a woman to me. I had dinner with her at the top of the Eiffel Tower. And I explained to him that she has had this amazing doctor who specializes in transgenderism surgeries or feminization procedures. I'm talking to the President of the United States about this, guys. This is crazy. This is wacky. But I'm just giving it as good as I get. I'm just trying to get him to understand the truth. And then I explained to him why I don't feel so great about this request, because that's the more important part. Like, you are requesting that I really, and despite your reasoning, which is very sound, that I stop telling the truth. And I said to Trump, and I will be honest, that at that moment I realized that one day this is going to go into my autobiography. And so I got to say something funny. And I said to him, respectfully, Mr. President, it's not my fault that he married someone with a penis. He then tells me, we're really close to getting this thing done. He tells me again, Macron's been really good to me. He's been very easy to work with us. He's been a good person. He just wants me to get this one thing done. And then he throws in the art of the deal type stuff. He starts complimenting me. He said, Melania loves you. She says, you're so beautiful. She thinks you're so beautiful. I said, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Compliments will get you everywhere in life is my mentality here.
Hey, man, y'all not getting it. I don't think y'all fully understand that. You can call it wacky all you want, Arcelius. I think this is absolutely hilarious. I like the fact that she can switch into Trump's voice, Trump's whole mannerism, and I can hear Trump actually saying these things, trying to negotiate with her in a sweet way, asking her to do it while telling her to do it, but not telling her, suggesting it.
And then, what the craziest thing is?
I think it's a genius move right here, because it's bringing this taboo subject into the mainstream. It's a nice way to do it.
I mean, on Candace's part right now, yes, but back when it happened, we didn't hear anything about it, so it didn't have that kind of an effect back then. But
it's a build-up.
Of course, yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. But what I think is phenomenal is that Candace is not even putting down Trump in what he did, in terms of telling her, like, hey, just don't talk about this. She's saying it in a way where it's like, if your grandpa is clueless as to what's going on in pop culture, and he's just like, oh, what happened with, for example, Taylor Swift? Like they have no idea what the heck is going on, and they're just asking. Trump has no idea about the series that Candace has run when it comes to Emmanuel Macron's wife or
You think so? You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think he wastes his time watching stuff like that.
No, this is important stuff because this is Sway's culture and whatnot. Like he and Candace could be working together on this one. Like, yo, just the same way cops play good cop, bad cop. Like,
Understood,
we're gonna bring this. We're gonna put these people
with everything
out there
that's on his plate.
Huh?
C1, with everything that is on his plate in terms of when he got into office regarding immigration and the wars that he has to handle, I don't think the most important thing on his mind is the president of France's wife a man or not?
No, that is a big part.
Irrelevant.
No, that is a big part. That's a part because it's part of the transformer movement and what's going on. Like it's bringing these people out. That's not the only one. That's the same way they got Big Mike. They got all of the other. Like it's a lot of these people that are hiding behind this, and that's why they push. That's why they're pushing so hard for it right now. It's deeper. It's deeper than we think.
I don't know. I mean, the way that Candace explains it later on, which we're going to hear, is that from the feeling that she got, Trump was unaware of her entire series.
Mm-hmm. But that could be the play. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you're right. It could be a play just for whatever agenda that they want to run simultaneously.
You know, I believe she and Trump, like, they can get on the phone for real. She's been to the White House. Like, they can get on the phone. You know, everything doesn't have to be that transparent. Like, you can't tell everybody everything. Like, we run the play. How are we going to expose these people? Because if Trump just comes out and says it, he's just malicious. Why does he want to do that? Oh, now he's hating the same way that he spoke on Obama's birth certificate. Oh, he's just hating. He's just, you know, but this is a neat way to bring it on the table. Like, yo, he stepped to me and he said, yo, quiet it down. Now other people are like, well, what did he say? What did she say? So that I'm just, you know, speculating. I don't know for sure.
Here's the thing. I want to know why she's, and feel free to correct me on this. I want to know why she is approaching this situation so immaturely. We could potentially stop some wars here. Mm-hmm. The actual president of the United States of the free world calls her up on the phone and says, yo, I met with the president of France and his wife. Looks like a woman to me. Is a story. I know it's salacious. I know you want to continue to report and continue to throw people under the bus and expose everyone. But this is bigger than that.
Okay, but Van, I have to say, the part that you haven't played is where at first it wasn't Trump that called her. It was a representative, one of the admins in the White House that had called her and asked her to stop talking about this story because it was messing with the negotiations, and that Macron was saying that he wasn't going to continue them unless she stopped talking about this story. And she had called Tucker, and he told her that even though he's a proponent of free speech, that if she could save Christian lives by not talking about this story, then that she should, but not to do it indefinitely, to give it a timeline where after this set of time frame, She's now free to speak about what just happened, but she's also going to continue talking about the entire story that they wanted her to shut up about.
I
And
mean, either we're saying the same thing. I think we are. I'm saying that this is not big enough for her to want to push the issue. If the president call you up on the phone, you're not going to say, "But president, she do have a dingaling." I mean, are you serious? Who's going to talk to the president? I mean, just keep it a buck. Are you going to talk to the president that way? Most people won't even talk to their supervisor like that on the phone.
no, I'd
Or
rather talk
somebody that
about
they're
more
doing business with.
important issues.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
don't
just saying
understand why she is so obsessed with this story, to be completely frank.
yeah,
I don't
that's what I'm
care
saying.
Because these people are lying. It's a bunch of them that are doing it, and if like it's just like the same thing as they have to explain those parents, those other people with those kids. That is a big lie. That's that's not just something that we just sweep under the rug.
No,
Okay,
I
but
know it's
are we
not.
not surrounded by liars in our everyday lives?
But
But
we
here's
don't
the thing: it's
support
you
the
know
lie.
you don't want to just sweep it under the rug. But if this is potentially one of the game, one of the this is the line over the sand that I just don't want to walk across anymore, and we can work out some peace deals when it comes to this. This country and this country no longer fighting and no more people dying. If we could just drop this story for now. Yeah, drop the story. It's because to me, I get it as a conversation that we should have. Is a bigger fight. You know what I mean? This is good versus evil and all this stuff. We got to have these conversations. And I believe this is actually genius if they are working together to get this conversation going again. Because you know that the Democrats, the only way they would talk about it if it looks like two top Republicans are at odds or something, or the conservatives are the base is just crashing. They will talk about it, but they won't be able to talk about this at nauseum because Candace Owens is standing on all 10. Like, but it is a man. I mean, I don't want to move away from that conversation. All I'm saying is, as serious as this is, she can fall back and not lose any sleep just for a moment. Like, and she don't have to call Tucker for advice, for guidance. When does she ever have to call Tucker for advice
She
or for
did for
That's
this.
what
guidance?
makes me think it's a play. Because why would Macron like oh yo Tucker Candace is doing damage. Damage how? You're not even we in two different countries. What kind of damage is she doing to you? The average black person don't even listen to Candace. And most people think, like they said, they think she's a grifter and a lot of things like that. Like, what kind of damage is she doing to you?
Apparently, a lot in his backyard. Pause. No Diddy.
You
Mr.
I
know?
mean,
Reader,
this he's having a Will
I'm
Smith
not
moment.
saying she
Keep
is,
my wife names out your mouth.
I'm not saying that she's wrong, but what I am saying is that I feel like this is a silly hill to try to die on.
I agree.
Like, there are so many other things. Her investigative skills are phenomenal, and her ability to get down to the bottom of everything is phenomenal. Why? Who cares about whether or not the president's wife is an actual wife or a husband?
Because do you understand what the Baphomet is?
The what?
The Baphomet.
I don't know what that word
Baphomet, the
is.
transgender, the demon that Satanists worship. They worship a transgender, the Baphomet.
We have them
Like
all
so,
over the
no,
US.
it's not right. And it's this is why they're pushing this. This is why, this is why these people that are in so much power just happen to have a transgender wife.
Okay,
What's
but
going
now the
on?
question is, okay, C1, now I want to challenge you on that, because if that was the goal, then would she not claim and take ownership of being trans
No,
instead of trying to act like she was born a female.
No. Remember, it's something that's not accepted by the general public. It's something that they're doing in the dark, and they're doing it deceptively.
In the West, it's now accepted and
it's not
propped
about
up.
just coming out bold and just being like, "Yo, yeah, this is who I am." No.
In the West, now
we are rocking you to sleep. We are rocking y'all to sleep. That's what this is about. We're rocking y'all to sleep. We're doing it right in front of your face, but deceptively.
C1. Today, the problem in the US is the fact that a lot of kids are identifying as trans or along those lines because of the fact that they see it as a trend or a fad.
Right.
So it is popularized.
That's why they're pushing it. Those are the people behind
exactly.
it. In power, they're pushing it because it goes against the opposite of people that follow God, people that follow those things.
Yes, that's exactly my point. You're proving the point that I'm trying to make.
Tied into. So that's why Candace would care about these things, because that's what they want us to. Oh, don't care about it. Just look the other way. Don't talk about it. No. Let's talk.
No, but you're not understanding my point. My point is, if I was Emmanuel Macron's wife, and for example, if I was trans and I was living in an era where being trans is so propped up and lifted up and admired in Western society, would I not be incentivized to say, yes, I am? No, I never felt comfortable coming out until now, but now I finally feel like I can.
Not necessarily, because it's not all of what. Remember, the media makes it look like all of everybody is down with it, but it's not true, because that's the reason why Trump won, because everybody's not down with it.
That is true. You're right on that.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to another part, because this y'all keep on saying that buzzword, and I think that might be hurting. You know what I mean? I don't know, but it is what it is. Ma'am, I don't think the older generation of T words people want the world to know. They really don't.
That might be true.
They really don't. They want to keep it,
Michelle.
They want to keep it to themselves. All right, so y'all know Raven Simone, right? Check her out. This is her and her fiance or her wife. Check this out. Raven Simone just now put this out. I want y'all to see this.
So my wife is about to explain to you her collection of fidgets, and if you have something to say about it, we got a problem. So keep the comments to a minimum and only likes. Babes, tell them about it.
Thanks, babe. So these are my fidgets, and this one is a cat. It's not my favorite one. It's pretty sticky. So yeah, I don't take it with me often. Now, these three are identical, and despite being identical, they're also...
Quinn, I told everybody, no speaking. You're a part of it.
Shh. So, even though these three are the same, they're different. This one is much more firm. These two are both really squishy, and this is my car Nido, so it's in the heat and therefore it's much more pliable. I also had a conversation with a 2-year-old the other day, and he asked me what was inside of them, and I said I wasn't sure, and we just agreed that it was slime. Babes.
Got it.
Now,
what was that? That's what I thought.
Yeah. These are my little fidget balls. If you squeeze them too hard, oh wow, I've never had that happen before. If you squeeze them too hard, they might explode, and there is a white substance within them. There is a white substance within them that is sticky and not enjoyable. So I suggest you just go easy on these minimal stress fidget days.
Good job, babes. Quinn! No.
I am so confused. I'm so effing confused. What did we just watch?
Shorty got to blink twice if she needs help.
We just now watched Raven Simone, who was once a very beautiful young lady.
And trust me,
She was
I am a
very
Cheetah Girls
beautiful.
girl. I
And
used to have all the choreography down along with the lyrics. I have
well,
home videos of that.
I'm glad you was a stan. And you
Yes.
wanted to be Raven Simone. But
Yep.
I see her now, I don't know why you will want to turn into this. What's the point? Like, what's your goal? Why do you want this to be your reality? Like she's saying, I guess I'm at an age where, you know, I see other people doing it and they're comfortable with it, and I already embrace this lifestyle. So why not go after? It lets
Can I
me
give a
down,
little
honestly. It
pushback?
lets me down to see her look that way, to be honest. It lets me down to see her in this lifestyle, to be honest with you. I have nothing to do with her life. Don't care. You know, do your own thing. But this, come on, bro. This is a cry for help right here.
What is she
Can
doing
I
to that girl?
They're married.
Does she look like she's
This is a style of content now the style of content is my brother C1 got this new invention that he about to tell y'all about, and y'all better like the content. It's a style of content that everybody's doing. It's a wave now. So what Raven Simone did when she said my woman is about to show y'all her fidgets and y'all better like it, that's just the wave. Everybody is doing that. Everybody.
Did it
like she
start
was
with the
torturing her or
lady
something like
with
that?
the plants and her husband, where her like Asian husband has the plants that he's super excited about, and he talks about it, and she's like, "You better clap for him." Have
I
you guys
thought
seen
she
that?
was
I
getting
suppose. So
I
what y'all think about this Raven Simone joint?
thought Shorty was getting bullied. Like I didn't. This is my first time seeing it, man. I was like, yo, Raven Simone is on some. She on something real different.
Yeah, this is just the wave of content. This is just the style of it. It's quirky and it's not that interesting, but
No, not at all.
yeah.
That was
It hurts my heart, man, because she was actually very beautiful. Thank you, True Business. I appreciate that, man. He said stop. No more,
how hatred
please.
make you look, man.
Huh?
Hatred can do that to you, man. Change your looks and everything, man. It's deep.
Hatred?
Hatred. Like that, like the vibes and everything that these people be on, man. You get on hatred, and next thing you know, you're embracing things. And look at how she changed. She didn't change for the better.
Yeah, she definitely didn't.
Just looking at her, outwardly looking, you didn't change for the better. And yeah, you're entitled to do whatever you want to do. You could have put tattoos all over your face and all over whatever. That's your choice. But
I
you know,
mean,
like you know,
even if this is the happiest she's ever been, this is just not a good look on her. It
I
really
feel
isn't.
like, okay,
Thank you, Dana.
sorry, I'm gonna play a little bit of a devil's advocate here, but I feel like this is just her participating with a trend on TikTok. And even though we might have opinions on it, and I'm not going to sit here and judge someone on what they look like,
I can
but
agree.
when it comes to Raven's mentality, she is not a leftist when it comes to the way that she thinks, based on the fact that she has been on multiple interviews where she says that she considers herself an American, not an African American, because she's never been to Africa, and she is generations removed from her ancestors in Africa, and she just considers herself an American because the way that she explained it is that that was used to uh, divide her from actual European people that came here and identified
And she would be right, but this right here,
And
That right there means nothing when you look at this right here.
yeah, I can
Okay, but
respect that.
what are we basing that
And
off of?
I
I mean,
Her,
the way that she looks,
her
I'm not.
lifestyle,
a
how she
lifestyle,
looks,
and for
how
me,
she
it's just the fact that I haven't seen her in how God knows how long, and this is the first time, so that's striking. But I can't judge her certain ways. You're right about that. I don't know. I don't follow her page. I don't know what she's into.
Listen,
this right
as an
here is
American, I
wow.
can say that I don't care how anybody wants to live their life. I mean, as a Christian,
Then you care. If you are a Christian, then you actually care.
I do. I'm
Don't
not
bring up being a
saying,
Christian if you actually care. You care if you're a Christian.
but being a Christian, okay, the thing is, being an American, we are not like any of these Muslim countries.
What's that
We are
mean?
secular.
What's that mean?
Our church and state are separate. So when it comes to my values, my personal belief system, no matter how right I think it is not the governing system.
You can't
And
But
impose
the
that on me.
Bible's system is to hold people accountable, not to judge people, but to hold people accountable. So if we're talking about this one particular video, it's not about how she looks. We're talking about her lifestyle. We're talking about where she is mentally from where she once was. Like you just now said, she has some common sense. She's communicated before that she's not African American, she's American. That's exactly where you should be. But we're not talking about how goofy she looks. I am. I'm adding that to it. But just because you're a Christian don't mean that you don't have to hold people accountable and you just have to concern yourself with yourself. That's selfish. That's not Christian. Selflessness is Christian if you want to talk about it. You're supposed to put your feet in the fire to pull somebody else out. Now, if you're just
okay,
going to mind your business and not judge, you might as well be a Democrat.
okay, so then in this case, are you saying that we need to be judging her on the fact that she is married to a woman?
No, I'm not saying you should judge her on anything. I'm saying
No,
that
I'm
I
saying
am.
we.
You are picking out whatever you want to pick out. I'm picking out whatever I want to pick out. It's you that said I'm not going to talk about her way of life because how she live is how she live. I'm not going to talk about how she looks. That's all you want to talk about. You don't have to talk about none of that.
What
But
are
I'm
you
going to
taking
talk about
away
those
from
things.
this?
I'm sorry
What are you having an issue with in terms
that
of,
she's no
is it,
longer beautiful. She looked like a fat man. Is what she looks like. She looked like a fat man by choice. She went
Mhm.
out of her way to marry a white woman when she used to date men. And now, guess what? Ain't no babies coming out of that. Ain't no lifeline coming out of that.
That's true.
Her family's lifeline ends there. That's how serious this is. This is not about me trying to hold her to account to be perfect. No, we are all sinners, born in sin, shaped in iniquity. The same old thing, you know the Bible. But at the end of the day, we are to hold her accountable. How she looks is goofy. She used to be
That's
beautiful.
that's what I meant by that. Like the thoughts and the things, the ways that they're adapting, the lifestyles that they're adapting to, like this, making them think that this look like you look goofy, man. You look goofy. I know that we're not supposed to say it, but yeah, you look to a man, you look goofy. I don't believe you're a man. I don't believe you tough. I don't like none of that. You look goofy.
Yeah.
I don't know if C1 is a parent, but
Yes.
now that I'm, oh, okay, perfect. Now in hindsight, based on what I was saying, it makes sense that a parent would think that way, because if I was a parent, I would likely think the same way.
Like
So I can admit to that.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Raiders. Thank you, Dana. And thank you, True Business. Yeah, listen,
but
let
this
me
is
just tell
all
you
just
something.
first impression for me. This is like I haven't seen Raven Simone. I haven't thought about her, nothing. And bow, I just saw her tonight like this.
Yeah. And she looked rough. She looked
Yeah,
like she on set it off.
I didn't know about this is the new style of skits. I thought she was bullying that girl. Um, I'm all fresh to it. This is all brand new.
Then yeah, she just tired of dolling herself up anymore. You know, being attractive. She just wants to cut her hair and look like a man, and put on some baggy sweatpants and baggy jeans, and just call it a day.
Just
She's
say
tired.
effort. They just the effort. Like yo, like whatever.
No more effort.
Mhm.
Yeah, effort is done. I'm done with effort.
Mhm.
Yeah, look at this. She doesn't even look like Raven. That's what I'm talking about. She looks nothing like
I
herself.
was
Like you,
expecting her to like look in the camera like, and then like it zooms into her eye.
well,
Do you guys remember That's Our Raven? Whenever
yes,
she would have that
No,
flashback
I
in
missed
the
all of that.
future.
I missed I missed all of that.
yeah. I used to. My kids used to look at That's So Raven.
Mhm.
All of them used to look at That's So Raven, man. That
I
wasn't my
used to watch
generation.
that
Those were
all the
kids.
time.
I got this one story. Well, I don't know if y'all seen it yet, but this is the new Alcatraz alligator river. I mean alligator prison that Trump has started. It has 3,000 beds. They
The
have
Alcatraz?
yeah, the alligator it's alligator Alcatraz in Florida. Yeah, alligator Alcatraz right here. Check this joint out, man. This is nuts.
It looks clean. Very clean. Better than prisons here.
What'd you say?
I said it looks very clean. Better than the prisons here.
That is here.
That is
No,
here.
I
It's in
know it's
Florida.
here, but I'm saying in terms of California, it looks like it's better than the prisons in California.
Oh yeah, brand new. That's brand new.
Mhm.
Yeah. You don't need no walls. Just build some cages. And wow, man. Wow. Well, the reason why I showed y'all this is because in this video right here, he makes a really I don't know if y'all heard this already, but feel free to hear what he has to say. This he's talking about Americans. Americans who are too bad to appreciate America. Y'all gonna get deported too.
I'd like to say, you know, a little controversial, but I couldn't care less. We have a lot of bad criminals that came into this country, and they came in stupidly. It was an unforced error. It was an incompetent president that allowed it to happen. It was an auto pen maybe that allowed it to happen, and it did happen. But we also have a lot of bad people that have been here for a long time. People that whack people over the head with a baseball bat from behind when they're not looking and kill them. People that knife you when you're walking down the street. They're not new to our country. They're old to our country. Many of them were born in our country. I think we ought to get them the hell out of here, too. You want to know the truth. So maybe that'll be the next job that we'll work on together. But I think getting them out, you know, we forget about them. We had some bad accidents in New York, and they're not accidents. I like to say, you know, little.
Now y'all heard what he said.
Mm-hmm. Yo, you play with fire, man. Eventually, you get burnt, man.
Yep.
Like, what do you expect them to do? Like, look at the way these cities are running. Look at what they're showing us. We got the news is not showing it, but we got social media. They throwing rocks, bricks at the police. So if they have throwing bricks at the police, what do you think they're gonna do to your grandma? What do you think they're gonna do to your girl, your daughters, your sisters?
I mean, if they doing what they was doing at first, you know, they was busting old women in the head with bats for no reason in New York. The young guy that got choked out by Daniel Penny on the train, he was arrested for beating up another elderly person. I don't know if it was a woman or a man, but he beat him up really bad and got arrested and then got let right back out. So, I mean, if he's talking about those people, of course their family is going to have an issue with it.
But yeah, it might be a deterrent. You know what I'm saying? And You know, it's always going to be somebody that wants to play with the fire. So it's a place for you.
You can be right in one situation and be wrong in another. That's another thing to take into consideration. And as a naturalized citizen, I have zero effing problem with deporting any citizen to whatever country that they pick that is willing to accept them if they are breaking severe laws within the US.
Yeah. And you know, I'm not just making a blanket statement, but you know, rules got to be followed to a certain degree. It's not fair to the rest of the people.
Van, I told you earlier, and I shared this in our group chat, but earlier this week, I had a conversation with one of my leftist friends who was born a female and is now transitioned into a male. So I will respect that. That's not a problem.
So she grew a dingling.
Sure. But my thing is, out of respect for the relationship that I had with them in the past, I will respect that. And I don't have a problem referring to them as a he. But my thing is, we had a day planned to hang out and catch up after almost 10 years. And they called me the day after because I had hit up two of my friends from back then, and one of them got into an argument with me saying, I can't believe that you would basically hit me up. You disrespected my personhood. Granted, this is not my friend from the past that is now trans. This is a Black bisexual friend that I had, and she was upset that I was not aligned with BLM, and she was really upset with me. But this other friend of mine, I could hear it in her voice that she was broken up in terms of how she viewed the situation, because she wanted to hang out with me because she knows that I'm a very understanding type of a person and I'm not judgmental. And even though I may not agree with her decisions or his decisions, that I'm still going to respect them. But at the same time, they felt like they couldn't go against the other person and not wanting to continue a friendship with me. And they were more afraid of the repercussions socially when it comes to the image that they would portray by hanging out with what they consider a Trump supporter and a right-wing person versus actually having a relationship with me.
I don't see no problem. I don't see no problem.
I'm not saying that I do, but I'm saying that the way that I handled it, I'm proud of myself. And this is a moment where I'm going to have my ego a little bit lifted right now. But the way that I handled it, I'm very proud of myself because I know that they were expecting someone that they consider quote unquote right wing and this and that. When they told me that they were now transitioning, the first thing that I asked is, oh, great. What is your pronouns and what's your new name?
Why? Why are you proud of that? Why are you
I'm
proud that you're
proud of,
playing along and they still won't accept you? You're proud that you still play along with them. You still accept them, but they won't accept you. What's there to be proud of for that?
no, that's not the reason that I'm proud.
Well,
The reason that I'm proud is because of the fact that they were over the age of 18 when they decided to make this transition, where I'm a personal believer. In some ways, I am a libertarian where the government shouldn't impede on your belief system or how you live your life. And you could disagree with me. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And I can coexist with people who have differing views on how to live their lives.
you still play their game, but they won't accept you playing their game with them.
What do you mean?
You still call him him, right? When it's a woman. It's a woman, right? And you still call him him because that's what he wants to be called. That's what she wants to be called.
Yes.
But they still won't accept you for being who you are. But you still play their game. They won't play yours.
You're right. Yeah.
All I'm saying is, I'm not saying anything to you, and you're younger than me, but I'm not saying, and I tell people this all the time. I won't say anything to you that I won't say to my daughters and my sons. I won't have them waste their time on this foolishness, especially people that you got to meet qualifiers in order to be in their circle. No, I'd rather not. Just go ahead about your way and do your thing. Leave me out of it. I don't care to be your friend. If y'all want to play make believe, feel free to go and start your new book. I had a couple of chapters in your last book. I'm fine with that.
Oh
Day
no, I
ones are
understand
not
that. I
always day
didn't.
twos. No, I'm not saying that you did anything wrong. All I'm saying is, from my periphery, based off of what you shared, you still played along, and they still curved you.
Understood. But
And,
do you
and it,
want to know why I am okay with the fact that
no, you're just a kind person. I really don't.
I am a kind
Yeah,
person?
you're a
I
very kind
acknowledge that.
person. But
But the reason that I am okay with being curved is because of the fact that I know at the end of the day, they are going to have to reconcile with the fact that the person that they had in their mind as this right wing person that is never going to accept me, that is never going to be able to love me or be anything with me, I have proven them wrong. And as a Christian, that is something that is very important for me
that you've
because
proven them wrong.
not that I have proven them wrong, that I am willing to accept even those that I do not agree with. Does that make sense?
No, but I'm gonna let you rock. I get what you're saying, but nah, it don't make sense to me. Maybe it makes sense to EC1. It makes sense to you, big dog. Can you break it down?
I don't know how to get my words out or
Oh,
my thoughts out properly.
what
I'm sorry.
you're very kind and you're very sweet and you're accepting of things and people who are not accepting of you. You proving them wrong is not gonna is a feather on your cap, but they don't care.
That's what I say. You're not gonna make them care. They got to care on their own. And as of now, they've drawn their line in the sand.
Mhm.
So, unfortunate as it may be, but again, it may be a gift and a curse. It may be a gift to you. You don't want somebody that's just wishy-washy like that. You know what I'm saying? A fair weather friend.
Thank you for showing yourself. I
Yeah.
try to play along.
You know, hopefully it didn't cost you any money.
Did it cost you any money?
Hmm?
Did it cost you any money?
No, not at all. It was
Okay.
just a phone call.
Oh, well, then you win.
Yeah, no, it was just a phone call. But the thing is, my point is that in that phone call, I got that satisfaction in terms of it felt like I planted a seed. Does that make sense? That I planted a seed that the misconception, because these are very left wing friends that I have from back in my college days. And I'm 31. So you can imagine how long ago that was. It's over 10 years. But these are friends that I have from that long ago. And
I'm
I was able
47
to,
and you over there talking about I can imagine how long that is. My daughter
okay.
is
So
28.
but my point is, I was able to plant a seed that the
You was.
programming that they have received from then till now is different. And I mean, it's not accurate because they have been told, oh, the people that voted for Trump will never accept you. They will never be okay with you being trans or for you
And they
being
always knew that was a
certain,
lie.
huh?
And they always knew that was a lie. They were just spouting propaganda.
I feel like deep down they know that that's a lie.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that were spewing that propaganda knew it was a lie, but they kept spewing it because they are great at fear mongering. If
So
I have a problem with trans, it's not because I don't like trans people. It's not because I hate trans people. It's because I want the best for people that are suffering from that mental condition. Does that make sense? It's not a lack of love, it's out of love. And that is what the media has warped into a whole fiasco. And I mean, if we want to bring it back to the conversation that I had with my bisexual Black friend that I had at Cal Poly, she was angry that I didn't respect her personhood because I wasn't in agreement with BLM. When I hit her with the facts of what BLM was and what they spent their funds on, she just told me that I didn't know what I was talking about and that I didn't know her quote unquote lived experience as a Black woman in America.
okay, it sounds like I'm glad you had a good exchange. I mean, I'm glad you came out on the right side from that. People of low vibration, they always go to the same argument. So the information you're giving me right now about her comeback in that conversation is the same thing people go to. That's their go-to when they have nothing else to say.
Mm-hmm.
You don't
That's what I
understand.
realized.
I know. So I mean, just you need to go ahead and eject all memory of these clowns out of your mind. I'm serious because they're
Yeah, you're
cancer.
right.
It's nothing. It's a cancer. They find reasons to disagree. They find reasons to be at odds just so they can be a victim. They could be oppressed. They could feel like they're part of a movement bigger than them. Man, kick rocks. They all are missing something. That's why they're always outside twerking and shaking their ass and going too hard outside because they're looking for something to fulfill that void that's in them. And then they end up trying anything. I would try any sex with anybody. They making up names for everything: pansexual, mansexual, transsexual, whatever it is. They don't care. They're all trying to fill a void. And guess what? they did you a service by showing you their hand.
Mm-hmm.
You need to thank them and just keep it moving. Keep it moving. Like, because you're the sweetie. Like, you're very nice. And they are taking advantage of that. And I don't like it.
You can look back in 10 years from now and you're going to be like, yo, there was a cornball anyway. You know, it just took time to. Things have to happen for people to reveal themselves.
I understand that, but if I'm being completely honest, I hope that in 10 years that they do come to their senses and see the perspective that I'm coming from, and it opens their eyes a little bit in terms of deprogramming them from the programming that they've been subjected to.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, exactly. And that's all I can hope for.
The unfortunate part is, you know, some people, they're never going to wake up.
That's true.
And you know, and I say that for people that I know. You know, I look at them and I wish the same thing sometimes. But, you know, if it happens, it happens. But, you know, logically looking at it, it's like that's the way they are.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I mean, I responded in the way that I felt like I should. And if that's God or what, I don't know. But
That's you. There's nothing wrong with it. It's experience. You responded. You had a choice. You made your choice, and you move forward. And time is going to tell whether your choice was the right or the wrong choice. Either way, the right or the wrong choice, it's all subjective still at that point. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on how you deal with it. So it's part of the journey.
Anna P, have you ever been in a fist fight, Anna P?
never. Well, actually, one time, but it was defending a friend of mine.
Was it in elementary school?
No, it was actually a few years ago.
While you were grown? You was at a
2021.
club?
No, I was at a birthday party at what I consider my little sister's house. And one of my very soft and sensitive male younger friends was being picked on by like 400-pound Armenian dude. And I got in the middle of them, told him to stop messing with him. And then he tried to swing at my friend, ended up punching me in the face, pushing me off the curb. I landed on top of my friend because he was behind me and he fell when I fell. And this dude got on top of me and started like punching, thinking that he was punching my friend, but he was punching me. And then when I got up, I went crazy, psycho.
So you
Like,
started defending yourself after he beat the crap out of you.
yes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I'm glad you defended
That's the
yourself.
only fight I've ever been in.
And it was with a man. That's
He
crazy.
was probably around 400 pounds, but he was younger than me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lord. All right, guys. So that's our live stream for tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. That was Anna P. Starring Anna P. This one right here starred Anna P. She was the one with all the stories tonight.
I'm sorry.
See you guys on Thursday. Listen, Renee, B, everybody that's inside the group call, the group coaching course. Katarina, thank you so much for everything you do, Katarina. I appreciate you. B and Renee, I have to go to jury duty in the morning. So please let people know that I won't be doing the morning call, nor will I do the morning vantage. All right. So, but thank y'all so much for pulling up. Thank y'all for all of the likes and for communicating with one another respectfully in the chat. Thank you for the guys who submitted a super chat. I appreciate that as well. And for anybody that's looking to start a YouTube channel, reach out to me with the word coach, or go through our YouTube descriptions underneath this video on YouTube and click the very first link and sign up. This week, it will be the price it is right now. Next week, it is going up. So if y'all want to join now. Also, White Glove VIP, make sure you reach out to me if you want to know more about it. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. You done an excellent job, man. You see that?
Thank you, Mr. Readers. Sorry if I talk too much tonight.
Hey,
I'm full of stories.
You continue to be yourself. That's what you continue to do, Anna P.
Mm-hmm.
You're a dope young lady. C1, thank you so much, C1. Appreciate you, big dog.
Thank you.
Everyone, y'all have an amazing night, and I will see y'all on the flip-flop.
And one thing, Warren Getty keeps asking for your attention to read his question.
What was his daggone question? Hold on one second.
I have no idea. Warren Getty.
Why didn't he send it in a super chat?
I have no idea. But I just keep seeing Van and please see my question or things of that nature.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but we'll check it out next time. Love you, Warren. Peace, guys. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.